Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Yasodhanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yasodhanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Yasodhanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yasodhanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha, Radha Nata Radha, Radha Nata Radhe. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Gora Hari, Gora Hari, Gora Hari, Jaya Gora Hari. Jaya Gora Hari, Gora Hari, Gora Hari, Jaya Gora Hari. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Nittai Gora Haribol, 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 Nittai Gora Haribol. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Sarasvatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashta Preshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktil Bhavati Naishtaki. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 4, Chapter 17, Text 30. Yenaham atma yatanam vinirmita yenaham atma yatanam vinirmita tatra yatoyam gunasarga sangraha tatra yatoyam gunasarga sangraha saeva mam hantum utayuta svarat saeva mam hantum udayuta svarat upastonyam saranam kam ashraye upastitoyam saranam kam ashraye yenaham atma yatanam vinirmita tatra yatonyam gunasarga sangraha saeva mam hantum udayuta svarat upastitonyam saranam kam ashraye. Okay, maybe would you like read? Anybody? Yenam atma yatanam vinirmita dhatra yatonyam gunasarga sangraha saeva mamantum udayuta svarat upastitonyam sharanam kamashraye yenaham atma yatanam vinirmita tatra yatonyam gunasarga sangraha saeva mam hantum udayuta svarat upastitonyam sharanam kamashraye yenaham atma yatanam vinirmita tatra yatonyam gunasarga sangraha saeva mam hantum udayuta svarat upastitonyam sharanam kamashraye yena by whom aham I atma ayatanam resting place of all living entities vinirmita was created tatra by the Supreme Lord yataha on account of whom I am this gunasarga sangraha combination of different material elements saha he eva certainly mam me me hantum to kill Udayutta, prepared with weapons. Svarat, completely independent. Upastitaha, now present before me. Anyam, other. Sharanam, shelter. Kam, unto whom. Ashraye, I shall resort to. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. The planet Earth continued. My dear Lord, you are the complete conductor of the material creation. You have created this cosmic manifestation and the three material qualities, and therefore you have created me, the Earth, planet Earth, the resting place of all living entities. Yet, you are always fully independent, my Lord. Now that you are present before me and ready to kill me with your weapons, let me know where I should go to take shelter and tell me who can give me protection. Purport. The planet Earth herein exhibits the symptoms of full surrender before the Lord. As stated, no one can protect the person whom Krishna is prepared to kill, and no one can kill the person whom Krishna protects. Because the Lord was prepared to kill the planet Earth, there was no one to give protection to her. We are all receiving protection from the Lord, and it is therefore proper that every one of us surrender unto Him. In Bhagavatam, chapter 18, text 66, the Lord instructs, Sabradharman paritaja mamekam sharanam braja aham tvam sarvabhapebhyo mokshaishami ma sucha. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reaction. Do not fear. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur sings, My dear Lord, whatever I have, even my mind, the center of all material necessities, namely my home, my body, and whatever I have in connection with this body, I now surrender unto you. You are now completely independent to act however you like. If you like, you can kill me, and if you like, you can save me. In any case, I am your eternal servant, and you have every right to do whatever you like. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Umiltam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Yenam atma yatanam vinirmita tatra yatoyam gunasalga sangraha saevamam hantum udayutta svarad upastitonyam sharanam kim ashraye. So today we have a very interesting subject of surrender. So rather than class, maybe private intuition, a private tuition for surrender. So it is difficult subject, but surrender is our key aspect of devotional life. So as we understand, the surrender means there are definition of surrender. Prabhupada explains in the purport that the chapter 18, verse 66 of Bhagavad Gita. Surrender means accepting what is favorable and rejecting what is not favorable, and also what is the third? Offering prayers, and then something I forgot. Pratikulya and anukulya, something like that. So in this way, we have a general understanding of surrender. But because today maybe a bit special session on surrender, so you may hear something that you normally don't hear. So when you think of this surrender, people's perception is that, in the army, surrender means you give up your gun and then, okay, I'll do whatever you like. That is a surrender in general in the war. And then devotional sentiment of surrender is that you become humble to the authority. Whatever authority says to you, then you do it. And whatever guru says to you, sometimes you don't want to do it, then you surrender, like that. Sometimes while traveling, even while having a prasadam, I had enough of prasadam, and then somebody brings another sweet. As I said, no, thank you. Then another devotee saying, Viva Chaitanya Prabhu saying, hey, Patanjali, you surrender. So I said, I had already enough, but you must surrender, you take this sweet. This is our conception of surrender. But surrender, when you look at deeply, is very, very different than we think. In Srimad Bhagavatam, there are many, many, many examples of surrender. But when you look at deeply, it boils down to one thing. What is that? Changing the frame of your mind, changing your frame of your thought, changing frame of your perception. So ultimately, if you reach this point, if you get this understanding, then you know how much surrender you are, and also you know where to go regarding surrender. And from then on, you will build up your strength of surrender. So in general, when you have a perception of surrender, that being humble, then how much can you be humble? And also, humble can be humiliated also. There are many connotations of humility and surrender also. But if you remember this, that surrender is not just being humble. Prabhupada gave the definition of surrender. No, being humble. One time, Prabhupada's disciple asked, what do you mean by being humble, Prabhupada? Prabhupada said, being bold for Krishna. This is a true humility. So why you come to that statement? I'll come back to it. So what do you mean by change of perception? So I'll give you an example. One time, a lady from the village came to the city for a job. And then she got a job in a huge mansion as menial servant. So she never seen the mansion like that, swimming pool and everything, overwhelming. Wow, I got a really good job. So she got used to cleaning the kitchen, and then cleaning the living room, outside the garden, and all sort of cleaning and helping the cooking. But one day she got a special task that today finally you are upgraded to clean the master's room, the owner's room. The owner's room is a very secret quarter, so on the bedroom is that only special out of so many servants, those who reached some level of proficiency, that they can go and clean. So she elevated to clean the master's bedroom. So she started to clean. And then she saw beautiful kashipu, soft bed, soft bed, and a nice soft pillow, and soft blanket like a feather. So she was thinking, what is it like to sleep this kind of bed? So soft and nice. At least once in my life I should experience. So master is out. So whole bedroom to herself, no one bothers. So she dared, let me 5 minutes, enter under the blanket, and then she lie down. Oh, so nice. It's like a heaven in this material world. So nice. So what happened next? She fell asleep. So menial work is kind of taxing for the body. So that softness brought her to sleep, and then she fell into deep sleep. Jai Sri Sri Radha Radhana Ki Ji Jai Sri Sri Kiri Gopatan Ki Jai Sri Sri Gora Hari Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Then what happened was the master, he left something in the bedroom, and then he came back. And then he saw that his servant sleeping nicely in his bed. And then he was so upset, he put the blanket up. Get out! And then he saw the stick next to it. And then he was beating her. And then she's covering, And then sooner or later, within 1 minute, she started laughing. One extreme to the other extreme. Oh, master was got shocked. Oh my God, this lady has become mad. So I shouldn't deal with her. Oh, she stopped beating. 1 minute, you just crying like a baby and screaming because it's pain. But how come you're laughing? And the lady answered, look, I slept here only for 10 minutes. I get so much beating. But you're sleeping here whole your life. And one day, how much beating you gonna get? I'm so lucky. I've got only 5 minutes sleep in your bed. And then master thinking, what? So this is the perception. So this lady turned the entire perception. So in our life, we have many challenges to come. And also you have to face the challenge, you overcome the change. Overcome that, any challenges. When you look at in this note, then we can interpret. Yesterday, Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj gave a beautiful class, but we can have another insight. That Nrsingadev came out from the pillar. But who brought Nrsingadev out? Can you think of it? Who brought Nrsingadev out? Looks like Prahlad Maharaj, but no. Hiranyakashipu brought Nrsingadev out. So we have many Hiranyakashipu around us. So they are helping us. They are not obstacles. They are catalysis to increase our devotion. Moreover, pillar. This is mother of Nrsingadev. Where Nrsingadev came from. So where he appears is mother. So it cannot be ordinary pillar. It can be womb of Nrsingadev. Which means this dead pillar can be source of Krishna consciousness. If a pillar, from the pillar Krishna can come out, then why not this table? Why not this mic? Why not this floor? Why not this doorstep? Any place Krishna can come out. But do we have perception? No, we don't have perception. That's why 7 cantos is there to teaching us. So Maharaj explained, so snake means deadly, poisonous. So we have to run away. But Prahlad Maharaj make a friendship out of these snakes. That's why he was staying comfortably. I can stay as long as you want me there. So in this way, the perception of snake, what Prahlad Maharaj has, what we have is entirely different. That's why Ananda Sesh is there. So in general, this person is snake, means very derogatory remarks. But Ananda Sesh is always there with Krishna. So these are totally two different elements is there. So that normally snake is give us poison, but there snake gives protection, or not protection, I guess maybe some shelter or comfort maybe. So in this way, that when we change of perception, that amazing thing happen. But this change of perception doesn't come easily. Why? Because we are trained to think in certain way by family, by education, by society, success criteria this, so that we cannot change the frame of mind. Why? Another example of Bali Maharaj's case. So Bali Maharaj's case, we normally focus on surrender of Bali Maharaj. He gave his head to step on. But what Krishna wants to learn from us is, it's not that one. That's a external point of view. But internally, what Krishna is trying to teach is that your measurement of 3 steps and my measurement of 3 steps totally different. How different? Not just the earth and heaven different, entire universe different. So Bali Maharaj thinking that you are begging for 3 steps of land. So 3 steps, how big can it be? So you ask something big. So you go to rich man, when you ask for donation, don't ask for 1 rand. Prabhupada used to say the same thing. When you ask rich people, you ask a big thing. So he got a Bhaktivedanta manor from George Harrison. So now we got a place to stay. Then we have to print more books. So we have to print Krishna book. So that the Prabhupada said, okay, let's go to George Harrison. You fix the dinner arrangement. We go in there, we eat nicely, and we'll ask for donation. And all disciples, no, Prabhupada. He gave already Bhaktivedanta manor a huge mansion. Huge, what do you call, if you go there, anyone has been to Bhaktivedanta manor? No? Anyway, if you go from the actually gate, I should drive for a while to reach the temple. So that from the gate to reach the temple, when you go, all the pasturing ground, nice, the cows is there, the farm is there. So that is greenbelt area where most rich people are residing there. It's called Lachimor Heat. When Prabhupada first time here, Lachimor Heat, Lakshmi more. So in this way, Prabhupada had a very good sense of humor. So Prabhupada boldly enough that, we'll ask George Harrison for sponsoring this Krishna book. And all the disciples worried, we don't want to give impression that we are just sucking too much. But what to do? Prabhupada said, fix the dinner, then we have to fix the dinner. So everyone went. And then, during the dinner, they're having a nice meal, having a kind of conversation. And then suddenly, Prabhupada said, hey, George Harrison, I want to ask you something. And then he said, what would you like to ask? I want the Krishna book to be printed. I want you to sponsor. The moment he said, there was power cut. Lights went out, completely in darkness. And there was silence for a few minutes. And then soon light came back. And then George Harrison said, what can I say? So he sponsored the first edition of Krishna book. So in this way, the Pali Maharaj is saying that you should ask something big if you like. I arrange a girl for you. If you like, I can have a even house for you. If you like, I can arrange anything for you. Why only 3 steps of land? That's his perception. Like we have. What's the difference? But what Krishna perception is entirely different. So when we try to in line with how Krishna thinks, when we try to think in a way Prabhupada thinks, there is a surrender. When we try to think, perceive as our guru, perceive and think, there is a surrender. Do you agree? Now, you have a better understanding of perception. So in this way, that ultimately most difficult thing to do is change our own consciousness. That's why Prabhupada established the movement of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. What kind of consciousness you have? You have Indian consciousness, you have Australian consciousness, I have Korean consciousness. Rich man has a rich consciousness, poor man has their own consciousness. All different consciousness, different mentality. But somehow, if we trying to switch the consciousness into Krishna consciousness, there is a surrender. So in this way, we are not inventing new wheel. Whatever is already there, you have to switch or sweep in a way that conducive to spiritual progress. There is a surrender. So in this way, that if we start to change the perception, frame of mind, then every single moment you will see the element of a miracle. You will achieve, no one can think of, like we talk about the Mary dog. Do you remember Mary? So how come Mary got that rabbit? So it thought differently than other dog think. So in this way, Bhagavatam is full of that kind of anecdote, lila, etc. Krishna constantly showing us that trying to perceive as I perceive, not your perception. So that when you talk about donation one more time, then when you give, for example, 1 million, 10 million rand, if there's someone give, then we'll give a clap. Wow, such and such gave. But you know what Krishna sees? How much is this person holding back? He may give billions of rand to the temple, but he gives only, let's say, 10 million. It's big for us, of course, but that doesn't mean that he's more close to Krishna than anyone else. Why? Krishna's perception is entirely different than we perceive. So in this way, that fundamentally, if you change the perception of it, and then the obstacles, rather than being stumbling block in our spiritual journey, it turn into springboard of our spiritual journey. So our practice is day to day. We meet so many challenges. Then how to change, how to transform that each challenges, obstacles to springboard. This is our true sadhana. This is true practice of spiritual life. So I'll give you one more example, and then I'll close. So one Tibetan monk in the monastery, and then their guru, and then there are many disciples, and then one disciple had errand to fetch something from the rich man's house. So normally they are on barefoot. So one time this boy went to rich man's house and got something and gave to guru. But when he entered the rich man's house, very soft and nice carpet like this. So this is marble is hard, but the carpet is very soft and nice. There, the village, on the road, not smooth. So all the different pebbles, sometimes you get caught in the feet. So very, very difficult. So he shared experience with this guru. Guru Maharaj was so nice. What they call stepping on the carpet. It's very nice. Whole road, maybe, if you put on the carpet, how nice it will be. He's just saying, he was sharing his experience and the feelings. And then Guru asked a question. I have a question for you. How many meters of carpet will we need to cover entire our road? How many meters of carpet we need? He asked disciples. Disciple thinking, measuring, will it be from here to there, certain meter, let's say maybe this is 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer, and their road is 3 kilometer, so all maybe, altogether maybe 10 kilometer square carpet if we have, we cut it in this way that we can make a nice, our village as a carpet road of the village, first village in Tibet maybe. He was thinking this way. Then he asked how much will it cost? And he's thinking, calculating each, let's say, square meter, how much he's calculating, etc., etc. Then he said, only if you cover our village, it's not enough, is it? So you try to calculate entire our country. Calculate. Huh? Oh, Guruma, that's too much task. I cannot do. And Guruma didn't stop. Think. How much will it cost to cover the entire world? And then now, disciple gave up of thinking. And then Guru Maharaj said, look, if you change the perception, maybe it costs maybe only 10 rand. How? You buy 10 rand worth of carpet and you cover your own feet. If you cover your own feet with a carpet, then anywhere you go, it's a carpet road. Carpet road. So this is a change of perception. This is what Guru teaches you. That it wakes you up. The way you think, do you think that's how we should go, how we should do? But Guru always gives you another insight of doing things, how to think, how to perceive, how to do, how to progress in our life. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Is there any question and comment? Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Can you give like an example of what would be like our current consciousness or current way of thinking, and which we should change? Like an example of a current consciousness, our state of consciousness, and how we can change it.
So how to practically change from current consciousness to desirable consciousness? So it requires some practice, as I told you, and also ultimately we need to have the holistic view. We have to see the entire picture of it. In general, we see only our perception, one direction, but you cannot see another side of the story. Very simple example. So here I'm talking in English, and then you may notice that my English is not that as good as general English. So your perception that English is a bit lack in a certain degree. But you know how I feel? Since I came to South Africa, my English improved huge way. I don't speak like this before. There, you know how they speak in English? First of all, no one speaks English. Then second of all, if someone speaks English, they speak like this. I'll give you an example. So this lady comes, Prabhu, would you like to offer Guru Puja? Arti? Normally you say like this, isn't it? Then they, you know how they ask me, Prabhu, Guru Puja? Did they ask? No, I say yes. So for example, Saturday let's go Harinam in downtown Seoul. So if you ask me, for example, Prabhu, this Saturday there is a Harinam, would you like to go? They come to me, you know how they ask? Prabhu, Saturday Harinam, Seoul? That's how they ask. That's how we speak. Don't know how I say? Yes, Saturday, Harinam. No in between the verb is required. No in between there is a I'm a student. So there is I'm the student or whatever. Or the or I am, it's not included. General, our talking is like that. Very short, sharp, very condensed. There is nothing in between. Only a few nouns is enough. So in this way, I'm used to that kind of English. And also in order to communicate for them, I have to speak in that way. So for example, this Saturday, suddenly we have some program. So 500 people are coming. So let's say you have to cook something extra. So then I have to communicate with the devotee who cooks. So then how you communicate? Saturday, 500 more. Simple. The rest of the thing he has to think that how you organize like that. So in this way, when I came here, everybody saying full sentence. What a change. So I have to say in full sentence also. So in this way that actually I'm amazed myself that I'm making full sentence all this class for 45 minutes. So in this way, that some good and bad, why will this person go through things? Then actually, because only we see only one puzzle of, or one piece of a jigsaw puzzle actually we are seeing. So that, one of Krishna's name is Sarva Sakshi. Sakshi means witness. But the witness conception that we have, the actually Shastra explains what Shakshi means is entirely different. So witness that we have is that, like here in South Africa, I heard a lot of stabbing case. So you go to court, so yes, I saw this person stabbing this person. So you give what you call witness to the judge. This is our perception of witness. But Shastric witness is Krishna's Sarva Shakshi means this person, why he put knife in this person, and his background, his motivation, and the previous life, karma between them, he knows everything. And then this person who got stabbed, then this person stabbed me, but maybe previous life he may stab him twice already. So maybe you are returning the incident which happened in the previous life or previous life. So in this way, that because you are so prone to see in one way, think in one way, and also our bodily structure is like that. Our eyes is meant to see front. You can't see even back. You can't see even the side. It's like that. I remember in the Cape Town, we are staying next to the beach, and then the devotee explains that, that's where Nelson Mandela's was island, and then, if you walk in this way, there is a spectacle, so that from there you can see the island clearly. So I said, yeah, very nice. And then I was walking along the beach, and then, there was a sunset. It was beautiful. And then I was walking along. It's such a beautiful beach. It's nice. And then seeing the sunset, and then, I'm so lucky. I'm here in Cape Town. Only I heard from the history class, but I'm here now. So, and then next morning, I did early morning japa work. And then look at there. There was spectacle. So it was there one day before when I saw the sunset, but I was so absorbed in the sunset that I didn't see that spectacle, and the huge spectacles. And the next morning, this is a spectacle that the devotee was mentioning. So while I'm walking, the spectacle was on the left-hand side, but right-hand side of the beach, under the sea, ocean. So I was only looking at on this side. I didn't see this side. I missed it completely. So in our life, it's like that. Always we see what mind chooses to see. We never see some other things. So in this way, when there is a certain interaction, then always we need to step back a little bit, and then what the other person thinks, what the other person's mood is also. But normally we don't have time for that. That's how it is. So conclusion is that constantly trying to see bigger picture, and then the other side of also. So that's in how we transform our current consciousness to a bit desirable consciousness. Yeah, is it okay?
So, like, to get this kind of more holistic view and seeing a fuller perspective, we also kind of have to then take ourselves out of the equation, basically. Because like you said, we sometimes have a very fixed perspective of things.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you step back, like if you are in the forest, in the middle of, let's say, forest, you never see the size of forest. So sometimes, in order to have bird's eye view, you have to come out of it. And then you can see the whole entire size of the forest, like that. So it is, in one sense, easy to say, but it's difficult to practice. But and yet, if you have this in mind, then slowly you will be able to be controlled in the situation. So we have a certain expectation always. So this should be done, this should be done that way. And regarding relationship also, we always have our certain frame, certain expectation is always there. you have to break that expectation. That is the hard part. But you know what Krishna says? If you are able to break that frame of expectation, then you will become my devotee. I follow you, and then I take dust from your feet. Krishna says in the 11th canto, beautiful verse, Nirapeksham Muni Shantam Nilvairyam Samadarshana Puyayeti Padarenubi Aham Brajami, like that. So Nirapeksha. So you remove that your own expectation. Apeksha means expectation. And the Munim Shantam, trying to be reflective and be peaceful. And the Nilvairam, trying to remove from your heart all the ill feelings toward anybody or any living entity. And then Samadarshanam, and they're trying to have equal vision. Ultimately, whatever is there, there is Krishna hand into it. So then, Puya Yeti, Pada Renubi, that I will, Pada Renu, to take dust off that devotee. Why? That dust will purify me. Krishna says like that. Krishna says to Uddhava. Uddhava is that kind of category of devotee. So, in this way, that we do have a certain goal, we do have certain expectation, no doubt, but and yet we shouldn't be slave to that expectation. There is saying in Mahabharata, there are three main topics is given in Mahabharata. Main lesson is that first lesson is Asha and Pasha. We all have a asha, certain desire, certain hope, certain expectation. But if we don't know how to deal with it, pasha, it becomes noose around the neck. Pasha means rope. So in this way, if we know properly, then whatever karma becomes dharma. If we don't know how to deal with it, then whatever we do is nothing but karma. Either create attachment or heavy reaction. So we have to know how to do it properly. Then all the karma become dharma. That's ultimately what Bhagavatam starts with, the dharma. And then further along in our life, that the roga, the disease, any disease, either externally, internally, or mentally, emotionally, any disease should be turned into yoga, how to connect with the divinity, the supreme. And then finally, punya and pap. So rather than pap, you move to punya. This is what Mahabharata ultimately teaching us through so many instances. Okay, I think any more question, comment? Yes, Prabhu.
Your English is
very much here.
very good.
I hope you understood whatever I said.
I just remember that the other day we were speaking, and you said you were the temple commander in Bhaktivedanta Manor.
Yes, yes.
For how long?
Temple commander around maybe 2 years, and then after that I moved into kitchen department. And whether you believe or not, I was the kitchen head for many years in Bhaktivedanta Manor. So all the festival, the cooking, I was actually overseeing, supervising.
Well, that explains why you speak so good English. You are associating with.
No. Actually, it's the opposite. In the Bhaktivedanta, very interestingly, kitchen department, a lot of devotees from India. And the kitchen department, a lot of devotees from foreign countries. Those who speak good English, they're all preaching department. So in the kitchen department, to communicate with them, I have to speak exactly the same way I speak in Korea. So even if I was in England, actually my English wasn't good, wasn't improving at all. Sometimes I go to meeting because I was department head. So they're all the devotees discussing so many things. So my turn comes, how I normally communicate with them. Okay, this festival, how many people? How many visitors? That's all I'm asking. And they say, okay, this time 5,000. Then, okay, yes, 5,000. Oh, no, 6,000. Oh, why 1,000 more? For them, very easy to say, change 1 second from 5,000 to 6,000. For us, to range 1,000 more is so much work involved. So I have to make a counter argument. But it's very difficult to convince them. What? I would say, yes, 6,000. Like that. So I guess truly when I came to South Africa, each person I communicate with, they speak full sentence in English. So that's why I improved, my English improved since I came to South Africa. Yeah, carry on, yeah.
Yeah, Sunday I was listening to your class, and you made us, you said all living entities in the womb, they're praying like this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was very interesting. I thought only the human fetus, but you said even the lowest piece of life, they actually got.
Yeah, all, if you look at the picture of it, not much difference while they're in the womb, yeah. Do you like that, yeah?
Yeah.
That means we have to be careful that ultimately, according to medical science, according to parents, we are taking a birth. So if your parents are Indian parents, then Indian body comes. It's true, isn't it? But our philosophy is that we choose where to go. So womb is all the same, looks like the same. But if you choose a wrong womb, then it becomes wrong species. So what our consciousness choose next birth. So 얌얌 바비 스마람 바밤 떼잔 떼깔라바람 땀땀 에바드 콘테야 사다탑 바바 바비다. So according to our philosophy, we choose next birth. But medical science, no, it's you have nothing to do with it. You don't have any choice. Your parents choose what kind of body will come out like that. Difficult to, in one sense, you are so lucky to have this human born body. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Purnanande, Hari Hari Wo.